Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Dr. Kenny here from Southeast Missouri State University. I'm down here at the university in the Marching Band Annex working on some practicing and things of that nature today. And one of my really good friends and colleagues, Miss Reynolds over at Jackson High School, asked me to do a little project of recording some of the etudes for her students for All State for next year. And in doing so, I thought, well, what a better way to start the online learning process than to do a little informational video about each of these and kind of show my process as I'm learning them to eventually record as a performance. And so I've got the list here. There's four etudes on there, and the first one in the bunch is Pottag number 128. It's called an etude in C minor. And so as I'm going through this, my first thought process is, well, I need to understand what C minor is. And the great thing about the Pottag book is that the etudes just prior to it build that up for you. It has examples of the scales and the C minor scale in all forms. It also has a broken triad etude for you to perform and play before you actually get into the etude. I find that often students are trying to play the scales from some sort of a memorized muscle memory in their hand rather than understanding exactly what the scale is doing. And so if you can understand that scale and how it works, it makes reading through the etude a whole lot more manageable. The other thing that as I've gone through this etude a couple of times and worked on a couple of passages myself, I was really sure to slow it down so I could find the more difficult spots in the etude. And then in doing so, I kind of found that the roadmap is a little bit deceiving. So you want to play through this one to the first ending, and then you'll skip a measure and keep going. And then you'll get to the end where there's a del segno a fine. You go back to the segno at the beginning, and then take the second ending, the fine, when you get there. It can be a little bit tricky, and there aren't any repeat signs or anything, but it kind of looks like maybe you repeat back because of that first ending. So just be careful with that. And then the last thing I noticed when I was practicing was that there was a tendency at first to make the eighth note in the 2/16 eighth note pattern very short. And I find that actually if I keep this longer, it's going to help me connect the phrase to where I'm wanting to go. It also helps me keep my air moving into the horn. And if I do that, it takes some pressure off of my face and makes it just easier in general to play. So I would definitely recommend doing that. So instead of playing, you would play as you go through it. So I'm going to play through this at a little bit under tempo just to kind of show you all what I've been working on today. And then hopefully in the next coming days, I'll do this for each of the four etudes. And, in the next week or two, I'll have a good performance video of each of them. So I'm going to turn down the input on the mic a little bit so I don't drown everybody out. And then I'm going to play through it. Pardon me. that's basically my the end of my first day's work on this etude. I hope it helps you, and I hope that in the next coming days, like I said, I'll have a really good run at all these things, and it'll help you in your prep for next all district season. Take care. Hope to see you soon. Bye.